Dear fellow truth seekers, thank you and welcome for visiting my channel, MythoReligio. MythoReligio is a series of books about religious comparison studies between the stories in Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism and Buddhism, directly from their sacred books and world mythologies, hence the name MythoReligio. The purpose is to retrace the prehistory of humanity, since I am not fully satisfied with either the explanations from the point of view of creationists nor evolutionists. There are so many missing links in both explanations. If you feel the same, then you are on the right channel. In this book series, I will also analyze about the prehistory of humanity from the archaeological records, modern scientific point of view, and other alternative theories, such as the ancient alien theories and Atlantis or Lemuria legends. After thorough research of circa 30 years, I recognize many similarities between all religious stories and even mythologies, and surprisingly, some of them are in accordance or even beyond modern science that have been proven as correct. Thus, I came to the conclusion that all religions must have come from the same source. And all these religious stories and mythologies, although heavily jumbled up, are actually telling one mega story, the true prehistory of our common ancestors. This mega story is quite different than what we have been told to believe and will truly blow your mind, as it is more fascinating than our imagination. If you have watched the earlier videos in this channel, I believe you can see some of the similarities too. If you haven't and you truly want to do a religious comparative study, I suggest that you do so. The best way to do a comprehensive religious study via this channel is by watching the videos starting from number 1 and continue until this present video and so on. That way you will see a clear pattern. For deeper analysis that I cannot share in this platform due to its sensitive nature that leads to the above conclusion, kindly read the books that are available in ebook format that can be found in my website www.mythoreligio.com or the physical books at Amazon in color or black and white version. Dear fellow truth seekers, this is the 15th video of MythoReligio series that is a replacement video of the original that I had to take down due to copyright issue of the background music. Therefore, this video is not arranged in the proper numbering sequence. So, here is the historical background in Jerusalem before the birth of Jesus Christ. Judaism has been divided into many sects as far back as the time of the giving of the Torah, i.e. during Moses' time. And they continue to develop to this day. However, during the beginning of the Second Temple era up through circa 1000 CE is perhaps the most fertile period for the development of the Jewish sects. From Flavius Josephus, a 1st century Jewish historian, we know of 5 major sects, i.e. Pharisees, Sadducees, Essenes, Zealots, and Sicarii. The Pharisees and the Sadducees are the most mentioned in the New Testament. For now, we are only concerned about these 2 groups. The following is the simplified difference between these sects. The Sadducees, a Jewish sect that flourished from circa 200 BCE until 70 CE, i.e. the fall of Jerusalem and the destruction of the Second Temple by the Romans. The Sadducees was the chief rival sect of the Pharisees. They only used the Torah, or the 5 books of Moses. They were drawn mainly from the conservative and the aristocratic priestly class. They did not believe in heaven and resurrection. They believed that people would not live again after death. Sadducees are an important group of Jews during the time of Jesus. The Pharisees. Judah Hanasi edited the Mishnah, an authoritative codification of Pharisaic law, around 200 CE. most of the authorities quoted in the Mishnah lived after the destruction of the temple in 70 CE. It thus marks the beginning of the transition from the Pharisaic to rabbinic, i.e. modern normative Judaism. Therefore, most historians, though there is some debate about this, consider the Pharisees to be the forefathers of the rabbis, i.e. modern Jewish scholars, teachers, or leaders. The Pharisees were drawn mainly from the middle class and open to religious innovation. They used oral legal tradition to supplement the Torah, i.e. the 5 books of Moses. They emphasized on God's protective care, religious ritual, belief in resurrection, and an elaborate angelology. In the New Testament, the Pharisees appear as Jesus' most vocal critics. Historical timeline. After the last book of the Old Testament, i.e. Malachi, which was written at an estimated date of 430 BCE, there is an empty gap until the story of Jesus' life in the New Testament, who was born at circa 4 BCE. Thus, there is a missing period of around 400 years. The following is the simplified history of the missing period. Circa 430 BCE, the Book of Malachi was written. 332 BCE, Alexander the Great of Macedonia conquered Egypt and further in the Persian Empire, i.e. the Siege of Tyre. Jerusalem and Judea, being colonies of Persia, fell under Macedonian control, eventually falling to the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Hellenistic Greek ruler in Egypt. 198 BCE, Ptolemy V lost Jerusalem and Judea to the Seleucids, an empire that extended from Thrace in the Balkans to the border of India. The Seleucids was ruled by Antiochus III. 160 BCE, Judah Maccabee, a son of a Jewish priest, successfully revolted against the Seleucids. 70 BCE, the Romans sieged Jerusalem. Circa 4 BCE, Herod Antipas became the ruler of Galilee and Perea, a quarter of Kingdom of Judea, a client state of the Roman Empire. Herods were from the tribe of Edom, a descendant of Esau, Jacob's brother. Circa 4 BCE, it was during the reign of Herod Antipas that Jesus was born in the city of Bethlehem of Galilee. Herewith I'm ending this short video. Kindly watch video number 16 to continue with the story of the birth of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Thank you for watching and hope to see you on my next video.